My coworker told me he respects me because I cover up. This guy works in a different department from me, but the way our office is organized, his desk is opposite ours. Sometimes I have to pass customers over to his department. Whenever I've called through to him, he will come over to my desk and be overly helpful. He doesn't need to do this and doesn't do this for anyone else. Saturdays are super quiet in our office, so he came over today and sat next to me. I was telling him he'd really helped me with a case and he said, "You know, I really respect you." I was confused and asked why, and he said, "Because you always cover up. I really respect you for that," and he kind of gestured towards my neck. I'm somebody who always wears multiple layers, and at work, I'll usually wear a shirt plus a scarf around my neck. Not for any other reason than my own personal comfort. I kind of pulled a face when he made the comment, and then had a call come through and he disappeared. I've been thinking about his comment, and the mentality behind it really bothers me. What have my clothes got to do with respect? I should mention that this guy is religious and belongs to a religion that is known for being strict about women covering themselves. He even leads the prayers at work. We have a prayer room. I definitely feel like that's why he made that comment. Because to him, covered up worthy of respect. He said it to me like it was a compliment, like I'd be happy to get his approval. On a side note, a few weeks ago I was in work on a Saturday and got some weird emails from an anonymous email addressed to my work email. I have no idea how this works, but they weren't from a company email address. It was like a scramble of letters, then the name of the email provider. The first said, "You look bored," and then the second said, "You're beautiful." As I said earlier, we only have around 15 people in the building on Saturdays, and I kept asking my friend if it was him. I thought he was pranking me. He was really confused, so I kept looking around to try and find out who it was. Now, I'm starting to think it was this guy that sent them. Overall, just annoyed that this guy has been analyzing what I wear to work and decided to tell me I'm worthy of his respect. If you still have those emails, the header contains the sending IP address. Google to see how to view the header. The method depends upon your email client. Scroll up the header info from the bottom until you find the first IP address. You can then pop that into a geolocator search and it will tell you roughly where the message was sent from. Take it to HR if you are concerned. Other women don't cover their whore necks at work. So I don't respect them. But the only reason I respect you is because you do. Not because you're good at your job or nice or smart or human or anything. Isn't that a great compliment? I'm the best. I've had compliments like this before. If someone praises you by putting down other women, it's not a compliment. It's a way to insult women without being overt about it. That dress looks lovely on you compared with that dress looks better on you than on other women. Big difference in tone. It makes me feel like I have to scream I'm just modest in my dress, not my beliefs. I hate they think they're in community with me. Everything about this is inappropriate. His comment that he respects you because you cover up implies that he doesn't respect women who don't. Not surprising given the incredibly sexist and patriarchal nature of patriarchal religions. Particularly those who are true believers. I would be tempted to wear something revealing enough to displease him. But you should not have to do that to deal with a man who thinks that he even has the right to comment on how you dress. Tell him that it's against your religion to speak out on others' morality or modesty. Heavily infer that you're either a witch Wiccan or Satanist go subtlety goth punk. It's not impossible with business attire. Put a framed picture of a black goat on your desk. Offer to draw some runes around his desk to protect him from immoral neck sluts. Fuck with him a little more each day until he gets the message. That's such a weird kind of creepy, like he thinks you are the conservative analog to the manic pixie girl. Because you dress for the weather. EW. This is sexual harassment. You shouldn't be subjected to his "you look like a good girl" sexism in your workplace. Report him through HR. Please. So they can start creating a paper trail. Going forward. Write down times, dates when he does or says things that make you uncomfortable. Try to never be alone with him. This guy is both judging you for what you wear and sexually harassing you. IMO. It's only going to get worse. It always gets worse. Best wishes. I'm sorry you're dealing with this. That was completely offensive. He has a Madonna whore complex view of women. Casting you into the Madonna side of it because you dress in a way he finds acceptable isn't a compliment. It's an insult and an attack. You're supposed to dress in a way that pleases his sensibility because women are supposed to behave so that men are not tempted. The fact that you choose to dress as you do does not make you magically more worthy of respect. You're worthy of respect because you're a person. This man is not worthy of respect. Sounds like a job for our Ask HR. This is a form of sexual harassment. Document it and bring it up to our. You didn't have to mention that he was religious. Honestly. We could all tell. After the first sentence. Methinks religious types doth protest too much. First. Get in touch with IT and have them check those emails. I'd bet good money they can trace them if they came internally. Second. Time to start fucking with his head. Show that neck off, girl. Tell him that you just lost all respect for him. If he thinks that a bit of cleavage makes anybody less than worthy in his eyes. I am not a woman. But in your place I would consider this compliment an insult. Because it implies that he would not respect you when you dressed differently. And he implies that he doesn't respect other women who dress differently. Report that he made comments that made you uncomfortable. Say he commented that he likes your body being covered up and insinuated that your body in a covered up state is respectable. It's inappropriate for him to tell you what he likes about your body, it's covered or uncovered state at work, and that you don't expect it to happen again. This is sexual harassment. Another reason why I hate religion with a passion. This goes him being super religious. He's obsessed with religion in a scary way as far as I'm concerned. How degrading that he only respects women when they cover up. I can guarantee this guy has porn on his phone and computer. Hypocrite. Soon he's going to proselytize you. And you lost my respect because you're telling me you dare judging women on how they dress. He is gross. He thinks his approval means something. And he probably thinks he's given you such a compliment. I knew way too many religious dudes who had a perverse idea about sex. Because I was raised in that kind of religion. What it does to boys and men is so weird. What it does to girls and women is horrible. The reason you feel bad is what he did was sexual harassment. Talking about covering your body is sexualizing you and sharing his sexual thoughts about you. Report him to HR.